Hey everyone, this is P4L. In today's P4L review, we'll be taking a look at another small upgrade kit from our friends over at ATP Designs. This is their ATP-05 missile launcher adapter for FansToys FT-15 Willis, their masterpiece Hound, as you can see here. And it's a small upgrade kit, as the name suggests. It's a missile launcher adapter. So for his shoulder missile cannon kind of thing that he has here, a lot of people have had complaints that it doesn't have any real articulation other than going up and down a bit, and it kind of gets in the way if you want to pose him facing this way, right? So it very much is a similar type of concept to the shoulder or missile launcher adapter that they put out for Ocular Max's Sphinx, which I have right here. And if you haven't seen that review, go ahead and check that out. But it's the same premise, right? There was limited articulation and there was some obstruction in posability with the stock mechanism. So what ATP did was go ahead and create this small adapter right here, this little black thing, to make use of the existing parts and give you some more articulation. So very simple. Packaging is just a little nice card here, and it's stapled to a little small Ziploc. You open that up, and you get out your little piece here. And the piece is a small plastic piece here that is 3D printed. Really nice, strong, solid material. I don't know what they're using this time. I'm not sure if they're using shapeways or not, but you do get some of that. Let's see if I can focus here. You do get some of the ridges from the layers of print, but by and large it's pretty smooth. And the way you're going to be using this, it's not that big of a deal if you have some of the ridges, because it's kind of in a unseen place. So how you use this is you take off the little missile launcher here, and the missile launcher, the FansToys Willis comes with this small black piece here, and if you remember from my review, you use this to act as an adapter for alt mode, so you can plug it in to his Jeep mode. But you're going to use this in conjunction with the hole here, like so, and this is going to be your new missile launcher. And it's not going to peg up here on the shoulder. It's actually going to peg in back here. So if you flip up his little windshield, you'll see this little hooky piece right here. That corresponds to this hook and tab piece there. You just kind of slide that up like this. Push it down and lock it all the way down so it's flush. Fold this piece back down. And there you have it. You have him with his new missile launcher. And this is actually how I kind of remember, and I was actually reviewing some screenshots of the actual show, and even the toy and most iterations of the character have it going over his shoulder here, as opposed to kind of back here, I guess closer to the back of the head. So this is, I think, more accurate, and it gives you a little bit more room. So using that peg piece on the black part, you do get that articulation. It can actually go 360 if you'd like. Oops, sorry about that. I wish this tab was a little bit longer on the default piece, just in general. But that's a FansToys choice, not ATP Designs. So you can get a lot more articulation. So if you want Hound to be able to look right without having the missile in his face, great. And if you want to go left, you can rotate that around and have it look really nice. The other benefit of it is you can, in some instances of the cartoon, he actually had it on his left shoulder. You can flip this around and install it on this hook on this side as well. Sorry, I should get this gas canister out of the way. Or tire, not gas canister. You can flip this down and plug it in like before, and you can have it going over his left shoulder if for some reason you prefer your Hound to have a left shoulder mounted missile launcher. So I like that versatility there. Speaking of versatility, you're probably wondering why it's shaped the way it is. It's kind of this weird shape. He did it so that it could look kind of like a gas canister. This is obviously much smaller than the gas canister that comes with Willis, but I guess you could plug it in like the other gas canister, like so, if you wanted. Or you can store it on the back in alt mode, which I'll show you in just a little bit. But yeah, the design is supposed to mimic a small gas canister. And in that case, I actually would have preferred if they were able to mimic this kind of olive green color, because I think it would have blended in a bit more. Because if you wanted to, you can always store it here and not have to worry about this. You can take this off or whatever. But I think it would have blended in really nicely here. And if you want to use it as a gas canister, it makes more sense to be the same kind of green color that we had here. So that's my only, I guess, complaint about it. One other thing I did notice, and I don't think this is by design, but I just thought you might be able to actually store it in here. And I was able to do so. He probably could make the design a little bit, tweak the design just a little bit to make it fit in more naturally. But it fits in snugly there. It's not coming out at all. So that's kind of a nice bonus if you want to store it in there. And then you can also store it in either mode, like this, or in the Jeep mode. So here we are in Willis's alt mode, and as you can see, like I showed you before, if you want to store the missile launcher adapter in this spare tire, you can. Otherwise, you can go ahead and make use of that hook, store it like that. I think that looks a little goofy, to be honest. Or if it's just a little storage container of gas, you can just throw it in the back. So that's it for my final thoughts. I did want to close off letting you guys know how to go ahead and order one of these for yourself and for your Willis. If you go to AutoTronPrimeDesigns.com, you can usually pick this up for $10, which admittedly is a lot to ask for a small 3D printed piece of plastic, but that's kind of the entry level price for 3D prints if you go to Shapeways and so forth. However, for a limited time, ATP Designs has provided a coupon code P4L reviews, and that will actually knock off $2 from the price, bringing it down to $8, which I think is a much more acceptable price for most people. All right. So yeah, go ahead and head over to AutoTronPrimeDesigns.com and pick one up for yourself. Also check out their Facebook page as well as their Shapeways page. All will be linked in the description below. If you have any other questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. And as always, hope you have a good one.